Hello guys, welcome to my channel Learn Tech. This is Sandeep Cole here. I hope you all are doing good. So today's video which I am going to take is on status value changes. So we know we are on case management. I have been taking a lot of videos on case management. So this is again in the same series of case management. So today what we are going to see is how we can change a value in the status field. For example, some of you might be wondering that what is basically a value change in the status. So let me open this case for you. So in this case, if I go and click on this, and then in the status, if you see here, there are these values. Okay. So this process is basically defined somewhere where you will be able to see these values and also, the alignment or the sequence. For example, the ticket will go first in new state, then assign, then in progress, pending, resolved, and cancelled. Okay. So these are the status transitions basically which happen in the backend based on which you can, move your ticket or the life cycle of a ticket is defined. So we'll not go into the deep into the life cycle of ticket because it's already taken in other videos. You can go through my incident management or case management or change problem. Many videos you will see this transition. Now today what I'm going to do, this is very specific to BMC business workflows or case management. So we are going to see how this flow can be changed. Okay, and then we will see how it reflects in the case management. Now to do this, what I need to do, let me close this. So I have to go to the settings from here. So you will land on this settings page. We have already done approvals here. This is the same page. Okay. So now here, what I need to do, so I need to go to the case management, and in case management, we have to go to status configuration. So now you will see a picture here, right? So this is the picture here, and by default it is selected for a global company. Now the status transaction can be defined per company. For example, there are multiple companies here. We can define this status transition for multiple companies. For example, I can define this for Calibro services. Then it will be applicable to Calibro services. Similarly, I can define one for petrochemicals. Sorry, this company. You can see here this value has changed. Okay. Now, what we are going to see here, if I do the changes globally, so it will be impacted. Sorry, it will have an impact on entire case management system. But we have a provision of doing it for a particular company. So what we do, I will let me select this Petromo company. Okay, now there's already some changes here. Now I will show you how exactly we can define. So here, this diagram which you are seeing, this is the flow. Okay, so this is the flow that it will initially go in this stage, then afterwards when it's moved to, it will go to the next stage which is assign. So it was a new, and I just made some changes here. So it will go to assign, then in progress, then finally resolved. And from in progress also it can go to cancelled, it can go to pending, and it can go to closed. Now if I want to make some changes here, I want to change the flow. For example, my in progress, I'll tell you first of all the background when you will come under such scenarios when people will ask you to change this. So for example, you're working for an organization or implementing the business workflows, case management for an organization. So every organization follows, even though if you are aligned to ITL, most of the processes are same, but there is some minor difference in organization to organization. So the scenario based on which you have to change these values is, for example, you are implementing this for a company, and that company has certain processes. They are following certain, they have defined certain processes, and in that processes, when the ticket moves from one stage to another stage, these values also have are defined by the company. Some of them have different understanding of it. For example, in certain cases, companies will define this in progress. That means it's currently in progress. Certain companies will say work in progress. And then similarly, other companies will define this as the initial stage. That means it is the ticket is currently assigned to someone. So different people have different understanding. So here we can align the status of case management according to the business needs. So whatever the needs of the business are, we will try to align them with the ideal process. But in certain cases, we have to define these statuses as per their understanding. So for example, we have if you have a high priority ticket or a critical priority ticket, some companies will consider this as a major issue, some will consider this as a critical priority. So this varies from company to company. Okay, now coming on to the editing this flow. So what you need to do, there is an option called edit lifecycle. Okay, so let me click on this. Now it says hover over a status to view its transition, hover over a transition to modify. Now if I have to modify something, I have to hover over it. So if I say here, then it will give me this value. Directly you cannot modify, you have to click on this localize. And here I would say, instead of new, I would say, let's say it's ticket generated. I'm just giving an example, it can be anything. So it is just to show you that we can define these values. Okay. So now I have made changes, then I have to save it here so that it will be reflected here. Okay, now it is reflected here. Now I need to make changes in the in progress state. So again, I will click on localize, and instead of in progress, we can say work in progress. Now here, there's one more catch here. You can also define this as per the locale, but currently we are going for the English language, so we are only defining it for here, but you can also define it as per the locale. That means if you are using the localized version of BMC remedy. Okay. So now I will again save this. Now it has been reflected. Now, what you can do also, not only these statuses, you can also define, you can also change this flow. For example, if you want to define, before assigned, you want to have some other statuses, you can define that. So, for example, you would say here new status. So I would say new. Save it, save it. Now there are certain cases where it has taken a, so the initial state now will be ticket generated, then it will go to new, it will go to assigned, and then from assigned it will go to work in progress, and it will go to resolved, and finally close. So we will not make more changes to make it complicated. We can, now you can also remove these, if you want to, for example, from new you cannot cancel the ticket, so you can remove this. Similarly, from new, if you do not want to go to pending, so you can remove it. So from new, the only option is you can go to assign. And in work in progress, you can define cancelled and pending. So this is the flow you can define now, and uh, for this all the status process. Now let we have saved it. Let me go back. Okay, now this is my new flow for this company. Now let's see how it will reflect in the case management. Okay, let me go and I will just create a case. Now make sure we have to select a requester whose company is the same one which we have defined the workflow for. So this will only work for the uh, Petra MCO company because we have only defined the status flow for this company. So I'll just say summary test ticket for status. Okay, and I will just save it. Now my ticket has been created. For example, let me go to the case. So now here you can see Instead of the earlier status, which was new, we will have a different status. You can see here, ticket generated. So this has been updated now. What I can do, if I click here, then see that statuses, transition statuses, you can see here also, there is a this one. From ticket, you can go to new status. You can also save it, and then from this status you can go to the next status. You can move on this ticket from one process to another process. Okay, now from new you can only go to assign. So this is actually I wanted to show you. So you can see here earlier when this ticket was in, okay, so from new I cannot go back, but earlier when the ticket was in ticket generated state, so I had multiple options. I had in progress, I had cancelled other options also. But now when I move the ticket to the new stage, the only option I have is assign. So I cannot move this to the next stage, because in my definitions what I have done, I have only mentioned that from the flow from new is only assigned. So now once I save this to assigned, then if I now open it, so it has gone to work in progress. Okay, I have to select an assignee. So it will go to work in progress, then pending, resolved, and cancel. So now you can see when you define the statuses of a ticket, the flow also can be defined. That how you want to move this to the next system. Okay. So this was just a short video to give you a brief understanding of this. You can explore this more, and in case if I have missed anything, just please let me know. And stay tuned. I'll be bringing more videos on, especially on knowledge management. I'll be bringing a very good video of knowledge management where I will explain how the knowledge management works with BMC Helix. What are the new ways of defining a knowledge article and how it can be accessed in case as well as through the ITSM system. So that I will define. Okay. Thank you.